Hey there, everyone. Another episode of the more witchy aspect of me today. I am pulling another Santa Muerte Oracle card. Hold on. It doesn't really fix that much. Okay. Yesterday was a good day. Got my fridge. Started reading my book. If you read my IG, you'll see that. I'm beginning to feel more in the groove. Beltane is coming. Won't be able to gather with my sisters, but yeah. Also, if you've not watched Motherland yet, watch it. It gives me that same, I don't know what to call it, weird feeling in my heart area. In the first episode, there was a moment where one of the witches is trying to board an airplane to go to Boston, to Salem. And, she presents the item that denotes that she's going to be part of the witch army. And they're all like, oh, you know what, the flight is sold out, but I'm sure when we announce, what's going on, they will give up the seat for you. And the people behind her were all like, we'll give up our seat. And they're all like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. And they lead the witch off, and the father turns to his daughters and says, that was a witch. She is doing this to make our lives better. And I started crying. I was all like, oh, if only the world was actually like that. Like, where they saw someone like we are. And we're all like, she's doing everything that they can to make our lives better. And that had me hooked. It was like in the first 10 minutes of the show or something. Anyway. So, I've not read much about how to do a spread for these oracle cards. I've kind of come up with my own. Hold still, Lisa. I shuffle the deck 13 times. I cut it 13 times. But halfway through that 13, I shuffle it, back and forth. It's all derivatives of 13. Because that's what I felt drawn to do. And today's card is one I have not actually seen yet. It's 7:30 in the morning. I'm still not used to the sun being all like, hey, I'm here. Anyway, this is called Birth. It is card 25. The material world of actions opens with birth, of course. The preceding levels of emanation, creation, and formation. Quarantito. I have finally conglomerated, giving birth to matter and the phenomenal world in which the actions of man take place. I'd say the actions of woman, but anyway. We pass the black veil that separates us from the higher and more abstract levels. We descend a staircase, becoming more and more aware of ourselves and the Santa Mother Muerte that gives us our time. In fact, every mother is a giver of death, because being tied to a form is what makes us immortal. But not without her, we could not exist as individuals. We could not smile, cry, evolve, create a family, or build a home. Well, the meaning in itself is a little abstract. Let me see if I can get this in a better light. Whoop! Fans on. I've started the Santa Muerte book that I got. Again, my IG. And, it talks about, I'm only at the beginning. The different controlling factors that you don't even realize that something like holy death has over you. I mean, when you have no fear of the death, everything else becomes a blessing. And so for me, this tells me that, hey, you're learning about all of my aspects. Here I am. You're approaching a thin veil time. You're hearing me. You know what I want you to do. Which is so beyond true. I have a front hallway tiny shelf thing that I had to move in order to get our new fridge in. And I was moving it back today and was struck with the whole, this is going to be my shelf now. So now I have to read it. I already have Samhain decorations on it, but I think I need to dig out the rest of my Santísima Muerte decor that I had in my kitchen that I put away. I think that's going to be where it needs to go. Is on that shelf, on that table. It's a narrow table. So that's going to be a project for me this week. Ideally, I'd like to get it done in the next 2 days for Beltane, because of the thin veil. Because the coincidence of everything, the coincidence of a new videos that I've come across, the coincidence of I need to start reading this book and going back to this deck, and should I look for a statue for my altar? No, because I have all these candles that I've collected and this homemade statue from a local shop that I'm gonna make a video once I complete the altar. She's not screaming at me. She's tapping me. She's like, hey, I know you've been a little, out there with everything that's going on, but we're good. And, I need you to reel it back and, knuckle down, because you're entering the desert dark times. That's not the right word. Okay, everywhere else, when the wintertime comes, you go into the shadow self times, because you can't really go outside and do stuff. While we're not quite down under. Being in the desert, the hotter it starts to get. You're not really going out, so you're kind of inside. You're kind of inside yourself, you're inside your house. The Santísima, being who she is and where she's from, which that book is really an education on where this could have come from. Anyway, I feel that she speaks during this time. After after solstice even, we start into the traditional fall Sabbats that will lead up to Samhain, which is, big Day of the Dead. But for me, I think her season, this is the first year where I'm truly feeling her season is going to begin for me on Beltane. Not in a death way, but in a letting go of things I do not need to make room for what she can bring to me. This is what I'm hearing right now. And I kind of dig it. I haven't felt inspired in a little while. Between what I go through naturally every year, I kind of sequester myself from my sisters. And then, like right now, if it wasn't for everything that's going on in the world, I would be like, dude, Beltane, we're doing this. It doesn't have to be a maypole, but I need you, I need to feel you, I need your energy. And I can't do that. And that's sad. But maybe it's what I need to remind me what I had that I've put aside, and what I need when everything allows me to have it again. And that feels like a lesson from her right now. It does. So, this is my card pull today. I can't believe I've rambled on for almost 10 minutes already. And I'm going to finish this up and go to bed. Because this night owl needs some sleep. It's been a rough couple days, but everything has come through the way it was supposed to. We're back on track. I got a Walmart order in for pickup. And we're all good. And I hope everybody is safe If you aren't one of my usual witchy followers and you're watching this, don't be scared. This is really interesting interesting stuff. I've grown up with a true and honest fascination with any religion, all religion, and I can thank my preacher father for this. I've been genuinely, curious about how folks are going to celebrate Ramadan by themselves. I mean, if you're not already living with a family, these are basically like everyday Thanksgivings, everyday Christmas meals that they can't do because they can't be around people. Or are they going to be around people? I mean, I'm going to need to find some videos to watch. Anyway, if you're not usually one of my spiritual followers, thank you for watching this. If you are one of my spiritual followers, thank you for watching this. I miss you all so much. And I cannot wait till things get back to a semblance of, I won't call it normal, because this is a new normal, but I will call it what needs to be. I think she would appreciate that. So, blessed be safe, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.